Hi everyone, it's Four Corners, and today I watched episode 3 and 4 of Ninjago Crystalized at 2.5x speed to see all the crazy details we could find. While the first two episodes were a little lacking in action and mainly focused on emotion, these episodes give us emotion and action at the same time, so they turn out to be pretty cool, and I hope the rest of the season follows this same formula. If they do manage to keep this up, it's going to be one amazing season. Starting off, I did want to take a moment to appreciate all the tiny animation details. Here, you wouldn't even expect this to be a crazy scene because it's just Jay sitting in front of some glasses of water. But look at that, you can see so many different reflections on that glass. The hair colors have so many tiny different shades and textures. There's threads on his shirt. There's small shades of yellow on Jay's face. Like seriously, there's so much attention to detail right here, and that point doesn't just speak for this image, but for this whole season as a whole. You can keep finding stuff all the time. Kai in the corner over there is already shrugging in disagreement when Jay's talking about how Nia's the glue who kept the team together. And while he probably already agrees with the point that Jay has, he's very irritated with Jay already at the beginning of the episode. And it's small things like this that really make you feel how the irritation is building up and it explodes when the final fight finally pops up. And for those who are curious, that box says Pizza Station. Cole takes the lead again when he opens the crate with Vengestone in it, and we've seen him take the lead countless times throughout the season because he's dealing with Nia's loss the best. It was kind of his role back in the pilot episodes, and it would be nice for him to take that role again. Definitely makes a lot of sense, and I support that. A funny thing about the same scene is that when Cole's shocked by the person who's inside the Vengestone crate, he almost goes to hit him out of his ninja reflex. The guy who's inside is actually Bob the intern, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already figured this out. That's pretty crazy how Bob the intern is over here shipping Vengestone from Shintaro in Shintaro robes. It totally makes sense for him to be in another job though, because I don't think he would stay after everything that happened with Unagami. When Bob is trying to get a signature from people, he goes to the extreme where he's actually running with a guy over there for a signature. I thought that was pretty hilarious. Now when the new ninja show up to save the day towards the end of the fight, when the teal ninja is hitting misdemeanor, you can actually see blue animation circles. And normally those are transparent white when the ninja are hitting people, but this guy has some special power in his suit or something, so it makes these teal circle animations. And all the neon ninja or new ninja have these kind of colors popping up when they hit things. Kind of makes me think these guys aren't all skilled, but there's some tech infused in their suit which makes them fight better or something. Now with the Kai and Jay fight, I couldn't really find any crazy details apart from Cole's dirt bike exploding, and that's really unfortunate because Cole's just fixing it in the first episode. Imagine if Cole got mad in that scene. It would be completely over because he's crazy strong. But this dirt bike has had one of the longest runs as a Ninjago vehicle. It popped up in season 11 and it lasted for 5 seasons. So even if Kai hadn't exploded it, it was still time for it to go anyways, but I'm still gonna miss this bike. It was pretty cool to see in animation. And that brings us to the details for episode 4. First of all, even the golf ball has the Ninjago emblem on it. And this whole Ninjago emblem thing is kind of new for Ninjago. We know it's the Ninjago government symbol because there's an N in the middle, and the whole design on the outside is actually the 10th anniversary symbol that they used, which is pretty cool. So it's generally nice to be introduced to what the Ninjago government and nation uses as flags and stuff like that. And then we see Dwayne, Clutch Power's intern. It looks like he changed jobs. He's actually pretty talented. We saw him chopping up leaves on the side in the island very, very well. And here he actually catches the ball. So I'm starting to think Dwayne has a lot more potential than he's living up to. And Dwayne holds this golf ball until the mayor takes it back a while later. The picture in the back, or the painting, that's the same as the episode title picture. And I don't know why they look so serious there. The cat looks like it's gonna kill somebody, and the mayor looks like he's gonna kill somebody alongside that cat. He says he has to go back to work when the ninja are trying to convince him to let them take Aspheera, but then he just proceeds to play golf. It just really shows the disrespect he has for the ninja. And there's multiple cases of his body language here just showing how he does not care about anything the ninja have to say here.
Ah, that's great. Really, really great. I'm gonna play through, but keep talking. I'm listening.
Forget it, Lloyd. Don't bother.
Then when Jay's going down the elevator pipe, he's going very slowly to avoid blisters, unlike Cole, who doesn't care at all. And on the other side of this mission, where the ninja are trying to break out Aspheera, I noticed how thick that glass is, and that totally makes sense to hold the baddest of the bad. It used to hold Garmadon, and now it holds Aspheera, so that glass being thick totally makes sense. And it also makes sense how the laser that cut glass that thick was also able to cut that metal rod in the middle, because it really is that powerful. When Master Wu says he can't be a part of this whole free Aspheera mission, he has a very good reason to say that, apart from this idea just being crazy in the first place. First of all, Aspheera very recently hurt two people he loved a lot. First of all, taking Kai's power, and Wu felt very bad about that because Kai was suffering for his mistakes in the past. And then Zane jumped in front of him when Aspheera wanted to kill only him. So Wu already has that in his mind. Plus, as a child, he was kind of scammed into teaching her Spinjitzu and then almost starting a giant war. So, I totally understand why Wu wouldn't want to participate in this mission. Although you could still see how he's very split on this, because he doesn't just want to leave Nia hanging and back to forgetting who she is again. The animation company went through the trouble to add arm and leg prints to the Skylar minifigure design. The minifigure in real life doesn't really have much going on the legs or the arms for that matter. Lloyd's the one originally who says don't use names, and then he ends up using names when he's with Kai and Zane. And then once Kai and Zane are kind of talking normally, he reminds everyone to not use names again, like it was their fault in the first place. I just thought that was hilarious of Lloyd as a leader to do.
Go in disguise. Don't use your names. What are you waiting for, Zane? Kai, wait. Don't use names.
This is getting confusing.
The back of the uniforms just say security for Jay and Cole. Just in case you're curious, I translated it. Nothing too crazy over there. And those two officers in Borg Towers, those are the same two officers, the same pair from the Upgrade short. The younger one was a little playful in the original short, and he was definitely not doing his job here. And the older one is just kind of done with his job. Zane almost completely falls off when Aspheera is getting out of her cell. And I mean, just look at that. Look, his leg is literally off the platform. Kai's able to dodge Aspheera, and then Lloyd also kind of falls off, but not as much as Zane over there. And when the ninja are escaping, they make sure they don't really hurt the officers, because the officers did nothing wrong. They just need Aspheera over there. And so when the officers kind of form this barricade, Lloyd jumps over. Kai actually ends up kicking an officer. That guy did nothing wrong, but Kai kicks him. Even Aspheera doesn't do that, and Aspheera is a villain. I found that very non-ninja-like of an action for Kai to do. And then when Lloyd's using his powers to open the button, those two green energy balls, they actually fuse into one, which makes one extremely powerful energy ball. That is an interesting choice that they made right there. And finally, when Skylar's trying to keep Nia frozen, as Nia is slowly returning to the water form, we see one drop forms like a tear. I don't know if that's just what naturally happens or if Nia is really in pain on the inside. I would imagine it hurts to be frozen like that when you're trying to not merge with the ocean. And that wraps up this video watching episode 3 and 4 of Ninjago Crystalized at 0.25x speed. Comment down below your favorite detail, or maybe a detail you found yourself. I'd love to read and hear that. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like, because these videos do take a lot of effort to make. That would be greatly appreciated. And as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.